Take a deep breath right now. Drop your shoulders and allow your nervous system to finally settle. I want you to truly hear what I'm about to say, because your soul has been waiting multiple lifetimes for this exact moment. The heavy, suffocating cycle you have been trapped inside, the extreme exhaustion that goes deep into your bones, the feeling of fighting an endless, invisible war, the relentless tests that made you question your own sanity, is over. It is officially done. You are not going crazy, and you are not imagining the sudden, radical shift in the air around you. The karmic loop has been shattered completely. The old timeline has collapsed under its own weight. And I am here to tell you, with absolute prophetic certainty, that you will never, ever have to go through that specific darkness again. You survived when the odds were stacked entirely against you. You held the light when everything around you was screaming at you to give up. Many did not make it through this intense corridor, but look at you. You are still here. The absolute hardest part of your earthly mission is now behind you, and the energetic reward you have earned through blood, sweat, and tears is arriving in your reality right now. Do not click away. Your spirit guides brought you to this exact frequency today to give you the ultimate confirmation you have been begging for. Starseed. If this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this, but something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Avila, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. Beloved ones, we watch you from our dimension with a profound sense of awe and deep respect. We have seen what you have endured, especially over these last few intensely accelerated years. You have felt like you were walking through thick mud, carrying a massive weight on your shoulders that did not even belong to you. Many of you have experienced unexplained physical pain, sudden and heartbreaking loss of relationships, total financial instability, and a deep, agonizing sense of isolation. You looked around at a world that felt entirely alien, wondering why you even chose to come here in the first place. We want to validate that experience completely right now. What you went through was not ordinary human hardship. You were walking through the great karmic loop, a dense frequency designed to test the absolute limits of your spiritual endurance. This loop was not a punishment, though we know it felt exactly like one on your darkest, loneliest nights. It was a pressure cooker. It was the final clearing of ancestral trauma, not just for your current physical family, but for the collective human template. You bravely volunteered to process this dense, toxic energy through your own physical body. That is why you have been so desperately tired. That is why sleep has not brought you genuine rest. Your physical vessel was doing the heavy lifting for a planet that is struggling to wake up. But here is the magnificent truth that we have come to deliver today. That specific cycle is completely finished. The heavy contract has been fulfilled. The codes of suffering have been successfully rewritten within your DNA. You will begin to notice, even in the coming days, a strange new lightness entering your personal field. Situations that used to trigger massive anxiety will suddenly feel distant, as if they belong to someone else's life entirely. People who fed on your pure energy have organically fallen away, and those who remain are vibrating at your newly established higher frequency. The universe has officially stamped your karmic passport. You have graduated from the density of survival consciousness, and you are never going back. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12 Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Now you might be asking yourself a very logical question right now. If it is truly over, Avila, why do I still feel so deeply exhausted? Why do I wake up feeling like I just ran a marathon in another dimension? I need you to listen to me very carefully, because understanding this will save you from a trap that the old energy wants to keep you in. The karmic loop has indeed been broken, but your physical body, the biological vessel that carried you through the war, is still processing the shock of the sudden release. Imagine holding a heavy door shut during a raging storm for years. Your muscles are tense, your adrenaline is constantly pumping, and your entire focus is on sheer survival. When the storm finally stops, and you let go of the door, your muscles do not instantly relax. They ache, they shake, they feel profoundly weak for a moment. This is exactly what is happening to your energetic and physical architecture right now. You are experiencing the cosmic equivalent of adrenaline withdrawal. The intense pressure you lived under became your normal state. Now that the pressure has been lifted, your nervous system is deeply confused by the sudden peace. Many of you are experiencing what feels like an emotional void, a profound emptiness, or a strange neutrality. You might look at your life and realize that the things that used to make you angry no longer trigger you, but the things that used to excite you also feel somewhat flat. You are not depressed, beloved starseed. You are in the void space, the bridge between what was and what will be. Your previous identity was heavily constructed around surviving the density. Who are you when you no longer have to fight? Who are you when the universe is finally supporting you instead of testing you? This physical and emotional recalibration is not a sign that you are doing something wrong, or that the darkness has returned. It is the absolute proof that the old program has been deleted from your hard drive. Your cells are literally vibrating at a new, accelerated pace, and your physical brain is trying to catch up. You must give yourself permission to rest aggressively during this phase. Do not force yourself to produce or to find your new life purpose today. The new Earth frequency does not demand hustle. It requires alignment. Your DNA is busy rebuilding the dormant strands that were suppressed for thousands of years. The aches in your joints, the sudden need for deep sleep, the ringing in your ears, these are the biological signs of a massive planetary upgrade occurring within your own body. You are shedding the heavy armor you wore for the battle. Let it fall. Do not try to pick it back up just because it feels familiar. The war is over. Your only job right now is to breathe, to hydrate, and to allow the profound healing of the Arcturian light to wash over your tired vessel. The emptiness you feel today is simply the universe clearing the room so it can deliver the massive blessings arriving tomorrow. You may also notice that certain environments, foods, or even conversations suddenly feel intolerable to your nervous system. You cannot sit in a room where gossip or low-frequency drama is happening without feeling physically nauseous or urgently needing to leave. This is your restored spiritual immune system coming online. Your body is now fiercely rejecting anything that matches the vibration of the timeline you just escaped. Honor this rejection. It is your ultimate guidance system protecting your newly earned peace. As your physical body recalibrates and your energetic field purifies, you are going to witness something in your external reality that might frighten you if you do not understand the cosmic mechanics behind it. We call this the Great Sorting, or the timeline split. You have probably noticed that the gap between you and certain people in your life is rapidly becoming an unbridgeable chasm. It is no longer just a simple difference of opinion, a misunderstanding, or a temporary clash of personalities. It is a fundamental, biological divergence of realities. You can be standing in the exact same room with someone you have known for decades, looking at the exact same world, yet you are inhabiting completely different dimensions. This is not an illusion, beloved one, and it is certainly not spiritual arrogance. The old Earth operating system, the density matrix built entirely on fear, scarcity, manipulation, and control, is actively collapsing. Those who are still deeply plugged into that matrix are experiencing profound psychological panic. They are reacting to this structural collapse with anger, desperation, and an intense desire to cling to the familiar authorities that are crumbling around them. You, on the other hand, might find yourself observing the global chaos with a strange, quiet neutrality. While the old world panics, you are feeling the profound, unshakable peace of the new Earth frequency anchoring deep within your heart. This brings us to one of the most critical and urgent warnings the Arcturian Council has for you in this precise moment. You must immediately release the savior complex. The fixer reflex, that desperate, agonizing urge to wake up your family, your friends, or your partner, is an ancient, engineered trap. It is a deeply installed wound disguised as love. Every single time you lower your hard-earned frequency to try and drag someone else into the light against their will, you are abandoning your post. You cannot force a consciousness operating in survival mode to perceive a multidimensional reality. You cannot logically explain the warmth of the sun to someone whose perceptual instrument is completely turned off. The sorting that is happening across your planet right now is entirely organic. It is vibrational, impersonal, and beautifully orchestrated by the divine plan. It is not a cosmic punishment for those who are seemingly left behind. Every single soul on this planet chose their exact trajectory before incarnating. Some souls specifically chose to remain in the denser frequencies, to experience the collapse of the old system firsthand. That is their sacred, sovereign contract. Your contract was to break the loop, to elevate your frequency, and to become the living anchor for the new light. When you grieve the loss of these relationships, and you must allow your human body to grieve them fully, do not mistake that heavy grief for a sign that you have made a mistake or failed them. The separation hurts your human heart, but your highest self knows it is a mathematical necessity of the universe. Two distinct radio stations cannot broadcast clearly on the exact same frequency band. You have finally tuned your dial to the new Earth. You must stop exhausting yourself by trying to broadcast your beautiful, pristine signal to receivers that are not ready to hear it. By simply holding your peace, maintaining your high vibration, and refusing to engage in the heavy drama of the collapsing timeline, you are doing more to heal this planet than 1,000 hours of arguing ever could. As you boldly release the savior complex and step away from the collapsing timelines of the old matrix, a profound biological miracle begins to take place inside your physical vessel. For lifetimes, your precious energy was constantly leaking outward. You were acting as a living battery for a depleted world, constantly drained by the heavy, dense emotions and endless crises of those around you. Because your energetic system was locked in a perpetual state of spiritual triage and survival, your highest biological functions, the dormant strands of your original galactic DNA, were kept securely offline. But now, because you have finally stopped fighting the old reality, your life force is rushing back to your center. This profound consolidation of your energy is triggering what the Arcturian Council calls the crystalline activation. Deep within the geometric center of your brain, your pineal gland, the primary multidimensional interface of your human body, is waking up from a centuries-long slumber. For so long, the chronic fear, the existential stress, and the toxic frequencies of the third-dimensional control system kept this sacred biological antenna heavily suppressed. It was literally calcified by the constant engineered hum of survival anxiety that the old matrix broadcasted day and night. But the intense cosmic radiation bathing the Earth right now, combined with your own courageous decision to choose peace over panic, is actively dissolving those old blockages. You are no longer just surviving the density, you are coming fully back online. You might begin to notice your intuition sharpening to an almost startling degree. You are starting to just know the absolute truth of a situation without any logical explanation or evidence. The veil between the physical world and the energetic realm is becoming incredibly thin for you. Synchronicity is no longer a rare, magical occurrence. It is becoming your daily, reliable navigation system. When you think of a solution, it arrives. When you require a specific resource, it materializes in your path with absolutely zero friction. You must understand that this is not you trying harder to manifest. This is the natural, effortless byproduct of a biological instrument that has finally been tuned perfectly to the frequency of the divine plan. Do not underestimate the sheer cosmic power of what you are becoming in this very moment. By simply existing in this newly restored state of inner coherence, you are acting as a massive tuning fork for the new Earth. You do not have to preach. You do not have to convince anyone of your truth. Your completely silent, authentic presence is radiating a frequency that literally reorganizes the chaotic energy in whatever room you walk into. The exhaustion of the past was simply the heavy cost of operating a galactic instrument in a dense, hostile environment. But the lightness you are stepping into right now is the permanent reward for maintaining your integrity when everything else was falling apart. The universe is about to show you exactly why you were chosen for this specific mission, and the gifts that are unlocking within your DNA today will leave you absolutely breathless. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets: 12 Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price. Topic 5. The Shift from Warrior to Anchor. Because you are stepping into this profound biological and energetic upgrade, the very nature of your mission on Earth is completely transforming. For years, you operated as a spiritual warrior. You were constantly on the front lines, battling the dense programming, clearing toxic ancestral karma, and actively fighting to keep the light alive in extremely dark, heavy environments. But the Arcturian Council brings you a message of profound relief today. You can finally put down your sword. The time for fighting is over. The war for the timeline has already been won at the highest dimensional levels, and your new role is significantly different, much quieter, and infinitely more powerful. You are now being called to become a living anchor for the new Earth grid. What does it mean to be an anchor? It means your primary service to humanity is no longer about what you do, but entirely about what you are. Many of you in the Starseed community are suffering from a very specific type of spiritual exhaustion right now because you are still trying to act out the old hero programming. You think you need to constantly produce, heal everyone you meet, build massive spiritual communities, and loudly lead the charge. You feel a deep misplaced guilt when you simply want to stay home, be quiet, and rest in your own isolated energy. You look at others who are highly visible, and you mistakenly believe you are falling behind in your divine mission. Hear me now, beloved one. This is a third-dimensional illusion designed entirely to drain your newly restored battery. Your stillness is not a failure. It is your supreme cosmic service. When an anchor sits quietly in their home, tending to their environment, drinking clean water, and simply maintaining a state of inner peace, they are doing something mathematically miraculous for the planetary field. You act as a stabilizing node in the great cosmic architecture. Your high-frequency presence literally holds the structural integrity of the newly emerging timeline in your specific geographic location. You do not need an audience to be profoundly effective. You do not need validation from the spiritual community. The animals know who you are. The trees recognize your frequency. The Earth herself feels the exact moment you drop your anxiety and sink into your authentic, quiet power. I want you to permanently release the heavy burden of having to save the world through constant, frantic action. The divine plan does not require your exhaustion. It requires your coherence. Every single time you choose peace over panic, every time you refuse to engage in a lower dimensional argument, every time you take a moment to rest instead of forcing yourself to be productive, you are anchoring the fifth dimensional frequency directly into the crust of this planet. The old matrix thrives on your hyperactivity and your stress. The new Earth is built entirely on your profound, unshakable stillness. Give yourself permission today to simply exist. Your pure, unaltered presence is the greatest gift this planet has ever received. The heavy lifting is done. Now, you simply hold the light. Topic 6. The Cosmic Compensation and the End of Struggle. Now, we must speak of what happens next. Because the universe is not just asking you to rest. It is preparing to aggressively compensate you for the heavy lifting you have done. We call this the Great Cosmic Compensation. In the old third-dimensional matrix, you were taught that abundance, love, and safety had to be earned through relentless struggle, pain, and sacrifice. You believed that if you were not bleeding for your manifestations, you did not truly deserve them. That was a malicious lie designed to keep your incredibly powerful creator energy locked in a state of perpetual exhaustion. Because you have broken the karmic loop and chosen to anchor the high frequencies of the new earth, a massive energetic debt is now being repaid to you. The law of cosmic balance demands it, and nothing in the old system can stop it from reaching you. You are going to experience a radical shift in how things arrive in your daily life. You are moving completely out of a timeline of chasing and stepping directly into a timeline of magnetic attraction. When your frequency is finally cleared of that dense, survival-based trauma, your body literally becomes a superconducting magnet for everything that matches your soul's true, divine vibration. The financial struggle, the endless blockages, the feeling that you take one step forward and 3 steps back. That was the heavy friction of the old density. That friction has been permanently removed from your sovereign energetic field. You will start to notice that opportunities, resources, and genuinely aligned relationships are simply appearing in your physical reality with absolutely zero resistance. It will feel almost too easy, and your old programming might even try to make you feel guilty for how smoothly things are suddenly flowing. Many of you carry ancient, deeply hidden vows of poverty and self-sacrifice within your cellular memory. You were persecuted in past timelines for having too much light, too much power, or too much visibility. So, you subconsciously decided that staying small and struggling was the only way to remain safe. I am speaking directly to that ancient fear right now. It is safe for you to be powerful today. It is safe for you to be massively abundant. The new Earth requires well-resourced lightworkers. A starved, chronically exhausted starseed cannot anchor the new grid effectively. The universe is handing you the keys to the kingdom because it explicitly trusts your heart. It knows you will not misuse this energy. When the unexpected abundance arrives, when the perfect opportunity opens up, when the deeply loving relationship finally manifests, you must stand tall, open your arms, and say, "Thank you, I receive this completely." Do not flinch. Do not look for the catch. There is no catch. It is simply your harvest time. The days of sacrificing your own well-being for a collective that refused to wake up are entirely over. Your new assignment is to become a living demonstration of what a fully supported, unconditionally loved human being looks like. The highest service you can offer this planet right now is your own radical joy and your absolute refusal to ever struggle again. As we bring this transmission to its natural conclusion, there is one final, critical piece of architecture you must understand to permanently seal this new timeline. The dark forces, the lingering echoes of the third-dimensional matrix, will try one last desperate tactic to pull you back. They will try to use your own profound compassion against you. They will present you with sudden dramatic crises from people in your past, or they will broadcast intense global fear through the collective media, hoping you will drop your hard-earned frequency to engage with the chaos. You must be relentlessly, fiercely protective of your peace right now. Your empathy is a divine gift, but it is no longer meant to be used as a sponge to absorb the world's poison. When the old world screams for your attention, I want you to take a deep breath, center yourself in your heart space, and quietly whisper, "That is no longer my reality." You do not have to be angry at the old world. You simply have to outgrow it entirely. You are stepping into a phase of profound energetic mastery. The master does not run into the storm to fight the wind. The master stands firmly on the ground, radiating a calm so absolute that the storm naturally breaks around them. You have earned this peace. You have paid the karmic price 10 times over. There is absolutely no honor in continuing to suffer when the gateway to your ultimate freedom is standing wide open right in front of you. Walk through it today, beloved starseed. Leave the heavy baggage at the door. You will not need it where you are going. We, the Arcturian Council, and the entire Galactic Federation of Light, are standing by, watching your phenomenal transformation with tears of absolute joy in our energetic fields. You did the impossible. You held the light when the entire planet was plunged into extreme density. You did not break. Now, it is your turn to bask in the glorious sunrise of the new Earth. You are completely safe. You are fiercely protected. You are infinitely, unconditionally loved by the entire cosmos. The hardest part of your journey is truly, finally over. If your soul recognized the profound truth in this transmission, if you physically felt that massive weight finally lift off your shoulders today, I need you to anchor this new frequency right now. Hit the like button to send a clear signal to the universe that you are fully accepting this massive energetic upgrade. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss an urgent update from the Galactic Federation as we navigate the rest of this beautiful global shift together. And most importantly, I want you to declare your ultimate freedom in the comments below. Write the exact words. I accept my cosmic reward, and I release the struggle forever. Let us turn this comment section into a massive, high-frequency grid of light. I am Avila. I leave you in the pure, radiant light of the infinite Creator. Until our next transmission, stay in your absolute, unshakable peace. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes. And they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price.